welcome to the Trinity Force Podcast. Yo, it's that Triforce cast beaming straight to your home. Grab a beer so we know Pone ain't drinking alone. Send an email, a quick tweet, just pick up the phone. Leave a message at the beep if you're a creep, watch your tone. Discuss the meta game, patch notes, whatever helps your stats most. Obi-Pone Kenobi is your last hope to snatch gold. So grab your headphones and join in the fun. We'll try and force in some jokes and some cringeworthy puns. Yo, we can make it together, people. Trinity Force Podcast. These boys are second to none. Now that's the end of the intro. It's time we begun.
Hey guys, welcome to Trinity Force Podcast. My name is Adam Ponophobia Cogswell, and you are listening to episode number 300 of the proper podcast. Yes, guys, we have been doing this for well over 3 years. 2 episodes a week for 2 years now. We have finally made it to that milestone episode of episode 300. Now, you need to ask yourself, what wild and crazy things are you doing this week, Adam? Well, I'm introducing Sean first. What's up, Sean?
Hey, this is a treat.
Wild and crazy things are happening on this show. Punch is here.
Hey, everybody.
Daze is here.
Hey.
And we have a special tiger in the studio. His name is DeClaude.
You're lying.
Ha!
Oh!
I hate.
All right, that was my main pun.
If you're not watching the live show, DeClaude had a tiger toy in front of the camera and was pretending he was.
Yep. Now it's special.
Fully clawed, I guess.
Hi guys.
And we brought out a special guest for this episode.
My moment.
What?
I was so prepared for you to say something about a lion, and you totally threw me off when you said tiger. Look at the mane.
I know. I meant it to be a
How do you make
lion.
that mistake? Thought you were professional.
Right, that's my main, by the way.
I'm not a professional. Excuse me. If I got nothing. Anyway, and we have a 6th person on the podcast this week. It is a Patreon guest by the name of Carl. Hey, what's up, Carl?
Hey, how's
Is it
it going?
is it
Welcome to the party,
Brawn?
man.
Hi, Carl.
What's that?
Is it Brawn, like the brawny man?
Yes.
Awesome. He is what is the quicker picker upper? Is that what it is?
The quilted
Brownie?
clicker picker.
No, that's another
Yeah, but
one.
that's a different brand.
I don't know.
Seriously, Brawny is a brand.
I know Brawny is a
It's not a
brand.
paper towel, damn it.
I don't know, but
Talking
he's,
about Mr. Clean.
he might be a paper towel because he's going to soak up all our information tonight.
Oh!
Oh, there you go.
Segues.
Well said.
So we're going to jump right in this because I want Carl to introduce himself, and we're going to talk about, we kind of teased it last episode, but it was supposed to be like a mini episode, but Carl jumped on and said he wanted to talk, and I was like, well, what better person to talk about it? So Carl, you told me that you are a father with 2 lovely children, and plus you play League of Legends. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, anything that you're willing to throw out there and let people know about you.
All right. I have a wife, 2 kids. One's 4, one's 9 months. And I also have a full-time job. So obviously having all that in the mix of all that, trying to play League or any sort of games, can kind of get tough.
It's rough.
Yes, especially if you have friends that aren't and single and can just play all day and all night and do whatever they want. So
I mean, Adam just takes a week off of work so he can play all
Yeah,
day.
back at him over here.
And wakes up at 7 in the morning anyway.
Yeah,
Just why not?
Yeah, what's the problem? Well, it's because the girlfriend wakes me up in the morning. I don't know about any of you that you're living with somebody.
You're allowed to go back to bed.
I have 2
My
children.
girlfriend would prefer to stay in bed forever if she had the opportunity.
Oh.
I have my alarm set for 4:20. No wrecker, not that. It's just I get up early.
You can set it for 4:21.
So I
Is
can
that
leave by
like leftover
4:30.
from the military life where you wake up so early?
No, it's
You're just a
I
morning
work
person?
4 days a week. I work 4 days a week instead of 5, so I put in 10 hours and mandatory extra hour there. So I want to get there early so I can get home at a decent time.
Gotcha, makes sense.
Gotcha.
So I do that. But yeah, it's easy to get up early.
Wait, so Carl, do you get up at 4:20?
no, I get up at 3:30.
Jesus Christ!
God.
Oh, yeah. But not on your own, right? It's because the 9-month-old is crying.
Nope, that's on my own.
Oh, okay.
Do you work that early?
Yeah, I have to be at work at 5.
Oh, Jesus!
See, fathers getting up early.
And he's doing the podcast
family.
8 o'clock at night. I'm sorry. If I would have known, I would be like, all right, well, let's push this to like 5 o'clock or something.
I'm West Coast, so it's actually 5
Oh,
o'clock.
so yeah,
right?
you
Oh.
have that's
Oh,
perfect
okay.
for you. It works out great.
Wow.
So how do you do that then? Because like my strategy is I wait till the kids go to bed and then I play. But I guess if you're getting up at 3:30 in the morning, you can't start playing at like 9 o'clock at night.
No, actually waking up early is what the strategy me and my wife have come up with. Is I wake up about an hour earlier than I have to. And that hour is my hour to do whatever I want with. No matter if both kids wake up, no matter what happens, that hour I can just sit on the computer and stare at a screen.
It's a good
because
idea.
we don't have time with everything else to, get
Right.
that time allotted to us.
Huh.
So I
Does
was
she
playing
play
League of
too?
Legends. What's that?
Does she also play?
No, she just does not.
Oh, okay.
I tried getting her into video games back when we played WoW, and she played Hunter and just wanted pretty cats to have her run around with. So,
The cat completionist.
I can relate to not the pretty cat thing, but my wife I got her playing World of Warcraft when I was playing that many years ago, many moons, and she played a warlock. She liked the warlock running around. She loved her little demons that she summoned. Those were her favorite things. And she actually screamed and jumped out of her chair when a rogue ganked her in Arathi Highlands because we're on a PvP server. So we had good times with that game, but yeah, just like yours, didn't really branch off into anything else.
I love how the get your significant other to play WoW trick actually works, because I did the same thing with Kayla for a really long time.
Yeah,
Does she like all the pets too? Because I feel like this is becoming a gender
No,
stereotype.
she played a Ret Paladin, and all she did was PvP.
she waves.
Hi.
Yeah, she should be less nervous now that she went out to all mid and saw everybody as she talks to Sean. So, I don't know how do you balance that. So, if you're playing for that hour a day, do you play ranked?
yes, I play one ranked game 5 days a week.
Make
All
the
right,
most
so
of
you're
your time.
keeping up that consistency.
And
Yes.
and you have placed where and you've made it to where? Because I know we were talking about you actually meeting your goal.
I initially placed Silver 3, and a couple weeks ago I hit Gold 5, which was my goal for
Awesome.
this season.
Nice.
With one
Awesome.
ranked game a day? Damn.
Yeah, you know what? You're never playing on tilt.
Yes, you are. When you have 3 days in a row of bad things happening, it almost makes it worse because you don't have that just one more game.
It's like a time stress thing. Like, I got to get this game in, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's got to be rough in your promos when you get two, and it's like, I gotta go. Do my third.
Unfortunately, I didn't stop playing League, but I stopped playing Ranked because I finally hit my goal.
Mhm.
Figured playing is only bad things going to happen with how close the season is to ending.
I don't.
You're
Yeah,
not
you,
decaying, though, right?
you can't decay out of it.
Yeah.
Out of gold. Oh, you're right.
I played one game, lost it, and just said that's it for Ranked for this season.
I don't think you can even drop out of it, can you? I thought your
Yeah, you-
MMR had to like be
drop
crazy.
out of it, but you can't decay out.
Uh-huh.
It does have to be crazy low. I think your MMR has to be like
Silver.
Significantly lower. Yeah.
Silver 5.
Yeah, silver 5 to drop out of gold 5.
Here. Yeah.
Plat and diamond you can decay out of, but anything below that you have
Right.
to like fall out performance wise.
Your MMR has to tank pretty hard. That's what I was reading today. I was reading a Summoner School thread about someone asked that, and they said you have to be like silver 3 or 4 MMR just to drop out of that gold. So don't worry about losing at that rank so much, unless you're like 20 losses in a row.
Adam, you're getting close to that.
God, it has been a really bad week. I've pretty much given up at this point just because how bad of a week it's been.
I want to. I want
It's been,
somebody to
dude,
go
it's
back.
been bad.
Somebody go back and look at past episodes, because I'm almost positive every time that you take a week off to like do nothing but
Yeah.
grind rank,
Oh, it's
you,
bad.
you
Yeah,
give up on day 3 because you just have a terrible losing streak.
think
I
that's
went from
correct.
plat 1 to plat 4. What do you want from me? That would
no,
kill
How many times does that happen
anybody.
in days?
Yeah, seriously.
Right.
And she gets right back up and goes,
Though I did
Goes for it.
uninstall once this season.
Oh, I
And
didn't
the
know
truth
that.
comes out.
No, I stopped to play some fun games. So wait, Carl, does that mean you're gonna have time to play after the podcast with us?
Yes, I was able to drop the kiddos off at the mom's house, so
See, he already has
Nice.
a plan. He's
very
ready.
nice.
See, this is perfect. This is he knew about it. This is unlearning something. You know, anybody who doesn't have kids out there, it's planning. You got to plan your life around what you want to do, and this is a shining example of it.
And although the one game a day can be frustrating, I think that's still the right track. I mean, obviously it's worked for you because you've hit your goal. But I think the key to playing ranked is consistency, because you want to consistently get those games in. You can't just play a few games here, then wait a week, then play a few more games like I've been doing, because then you go nowhere. Then you just get rusty, and as soon as your skills get back up where they need to be, you kind of stop playing and then pick it up again later. So I think that consistency is key. So I think that's a good thing that you're doing, and I don't think there's a point to keep playing ranked if that's more stressful for you. I mean, is that part of the reason why you stopped playing, just because you were afraid of dropping out and there's that stress of losing?
Well, yeah, it's just, the whole whether I hit gold 4 in the next month, not really going to make any much of a difference. But if I lose 2 games in a row and drop to silver 5 or drop to silver 1, then that will make it.
But it makes a difference, because this next year they're having markers for where you placed inside of your division in your loading screen. There's going to be like little ticks.
Will it be showing next year?
Yeah.
Or will it be earnable for the following year?
No, it's going to be shown next year, like when the
what
new borders come out.
Showing.
Yeah, when the new borders come out, they're going to have it so it tells you what what rank or whatever tier. I can never get the thing.
Can't hide behind my border.
I do think that's good though, because with them adding in masters and things like that, it's adjusted the actual MMR relation to the leagues. So Diamond last year actually starts at like Diamond 3 this year.
Right.
So if you were Diamond before, it is kind of like I don't know, it takes a little bit away from your accomplishment last year if people that are lower than you are getting it. So it is kind of like a nice little pride thing for those people who were able to get like Diamond 1. Diamond 1's a big one. There's a huge MMR jump between Diamond 2 and Diamond 1. So if you're able to get like Diamond 1, that's something people are really proud of.
There's a huge MMR jump from the top of Diamond 1 to the bottom of Diamond 1.
There is. Yeah, there is. But I don't think they're going to start adding in like league points or anything like
Right.
like where you end there. But yeah, there is. Once you get into like Diamond, the MMR jumps become huge between divisions. So I can understand people wanting that, but
hey, he made gold 5. He gets the victorious Sivir skin. If you didn't see that, Sivir is the champion that gets.
That's all that matters.
And
victorious skin.
I think that's what most people. That's what most people go for. They're like, it's like the people in Hearthstone who sit at rank 20 for the card back. There's a lot of people who sit at gold 5 just to get the skin because they don't care about anything else. So, Carl, when you were playing it, did you meet any people that you would consider gatekeepers? Because I'm curious if how bad Silver 1 and Gold 5 can be. Do you understand the question?
No.
Okay. People that were obviously that would tilt easier than other people, or did you meet a lot of people that were in promos? Did you meet people that seemed to believe that they were a different division by their actions?
Yeah, they're called gatekeepers because you keep getting matched with the types of people who drag you down, so you can't really get past that one point to get to the next level.
Once I hit Silver 1 and started getting close to my promos and in my promos, I didn't really have any problem because it seemed like everybody was in their promos or close to it. But I would say when I was about Silver 2, Silver 3, you either had a lot of people that tilted easy or just a lot of people that either thought they couldn't climb higher and just didn't care, so they would just pick some random champion and do something stupid and die and just not care.
Wow,
that's interesting.
I actually have something in here. We won't talk about it tonight, but Sean, mark those in the document, please.
I am already working on it.
You're the best. People are gonna be like, "What is that?"
I couldn't stop sneezing. It's
yeah, but I actually have some questions here. We'll probably talk about this on the next episode. But I was curious. I wanted to talk to you about it because one of my questions is each ELO different? Are there champions that specifically work in one ELO that don't work in another? What tips or tricks did you get out of that ELO, for example, to get me out of that ELO? So by asking you if there are gatekeepers, the way people play, you are kind of building the foundation for this question on the next episode. Because I was curious if the people in Silver 1 or Silver 2 play differently than the people in Plat 1 or Plat 2. But it sounds like everybody thinks that they're better than they are when they get up to those 1 or 2 tiers, and they start doing things out of the ordinary because they feel like they should be able to get away with it. It's kind of like an open-ended question for anybody else who's been around that.
Gold one's pretty bad.
I've been through all of them, except for obviously getting into Diamond. And there was a couple I breezed through, but I know when I tried to hit Gold, I had to do promos like 5 or 6 times to get from Silver 1 to Gold. And I had a lot of problems. Again, I did that at the end of the season, though, at the very end of the season. I actually ended up getting Gold like a week after the cutoff date. And you had a lot of those people who were either being boosted, or you had people who were on tilt because they were like taking a week off of work and going, 0-8 in their games, and then not getting Diamond.
Yeah, it was terrible. I'm 7-13 in my last 20 games played.
Oh, that's hard.
That's not even that bad.
But I have noticed, like, it's pretty bad going from Plat 1 to Diamond, where you get, like, all the people in Diamond 5, in Diamond 5 who don't care anymore because they have what they want, and they'd have to drop really low to get out of it. And you have all the people in Plat 1 who all think they should be Diamond or in Masters or whatever. And I kept getting matched up with the same people, even like days later. It wasn't like I queued right back up because, if you have a bad teammate, you should wait and queue. Mm-hmm. And there's plenty of people in Plat 1. It's not like I'm in like Masters where it's a very limited group of people. And I was actually being matched with the same people quite often. So that was a little frustrating because you're like, oh man, I know that name. That's not a good thing. But I think a lot of it's mindset too. I think everyone gets, like, I get up, like, I'm a little bit more antsy during my ranked games. I'm sure everyone is. And when you're, not during ranked games, during promo games. And a lot of times you're matched with other people in promos. But the closer to the end of the season it gets, the harder it gets because it's kind of the opposite of the troll thing. So if you're playing ranked and you're not a troll, there's a higher chance of the troll being on the enemy team. Mm-hmm. And that works the same with boosters and stuff like that. So if you're not a booster or you're not a smurf, then there's a higher chance that the enemy team has a booster or smurf on it. So you have to be careful not to go on tilt because there might be one in the enemy team, and you just have to take that as a learning experience and not get frustrated over it.
Yeah, well said. That's how I'm trying to look at it. I'm actually trying now at this point. I've kind of decided that if I'm going to play, I'm going to try to play to get better and pick out my flaws. It kind of goes weird. I mean, I listen to all the stuff that we talk about when we're talking about going up through the ranks, and I try to do some of it, and I've talked about stuff I've done. But when I did that huge drop over the last couple of days, I just kind of today I went, you know what, I'm gonna sit back and have fun today. I went 2-1 in ranked today, and then I went and played some normal games with a bunch of fans, and I was like, I'm gonna have fun. And then I started picking myself a little bit. I'm like, all right, I shouldn't have roamed here. All right, I should have done this. Oh, I should have been more attentive, and I started playing better because of that. But then again, I was on tilt at one point, so they kind of went downhill. And also, I want to say, just because I have a podcast and I have a place to tell this to thousands of people, is that playing on 120 ping is fucking rough when you're used to playing on 20 ping. I feel sorry for everybody out on the West Coast because I was uploading a video all day today and I was sitting me at 120 ping. It's almost impossible to last at Trinity. I can't animation cancel. Damn it.
Well, they still haven't fixed his crit animation thing that they said they were going to fix.
Yeah,
it's weird because I got 40 ping when they changed the servers, but the last few times I played have been 240. So something's going on locally.
Yeah,
well,
something's going on locally
here.
So
it might be an ISP thing too, because like right around 8 o'clock every night, my ping will jump up back and forth between the usual 40 to like 300, and it just does that sporadically most nights for about 2 hours and then levels out. But like that also kills a window of time I could potentially play ranked if I felt like it,
Right.
So
well, you know what? Let's move this on. Since Carl's listened to us talk and kind of give some ideas, I wanted him to be able to talk a little bit or ask some questions if he had any, specifically about your main role, which I believe is support. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yay!
Yeah, another support. I feel like everybody is support. And like everybody we bring on is like, I play support, man. I don't.
Well, you've become a support over the past. What?
He thought it was
Adam?
Freelo. He's learning.
It is Freelo.
He's learning.
It is Freelo.
It's the best one to learn.
Yep.
If you want to climb.
It has been totally Freelo because I don't have to outplay my opponent.
It's been Freelo for the enemy team.
Yeah, whatever, please. My Soraka is still IDDQD. Anyway, so I know, Carl, you probably had a couple questions you wanted to talk about, specifically maybe some things that you had heard us talk about in the past, and I wanted to give you the floor right now to talk about it.
I main Leona, and one of the main questions I have is I feel like I do pretty well and have learned pretty well of how to in lane, understand my matchups, understand my ADC's matchups. But those next level support, going and warding their jungle, roaming up, getting Moby boots, roaming up mid, and helping gank the mid lane. Those mechanics that require so heavily on your ADC knowing what to do when you're not in lane, or your jungler going with you to help ward their jungle. How do you do those next level supports when nobody is helping you do those next level support mechanics?
You have to be willing to die, first of all, because as much as you try to predict the enemy jungler and things like that, he's going to, for whatever reason, be standing at his blue that died 2 minutes ago, and you have no idea why, but he's there anyway. So you have to be willing to die, and you can't always take it personally. As long as you're making educated decisions based on where people are, where they should be, then, sometimes shit happens. There's some luck involved with it. And as far as, your teammates knowing where to be and things like that, always ping your AD carry if you're leaving. So, ping him danger and ping you, the arrow of where you're going. And even early in the game, a lot of times, I'll just tell my team, I'm going to try to place as many deep wards as I can so we can keep an eye out for the jungle. One, it doesn't sound like you're telling them what to do. It sounds like you're just trying to be helpful. And then they know what that ping that you're going somewhere means. They don't think you're trying to, invade their jungle and kill their jungler or something like that. So they know to back off and be a little bit safer. Not everybody's going to listen to you. Not everyone's going to see your pings. Not everyone's going to pay attention. You just have to kind of take it a little bit at a time. But those deep wards, become incredibly valuable, but only as much as you watch them, because you can't count on anybody else to actually watch those wards. So you need to ping when you see the jungler. You need to ping it, and then you need to type a Mumu bot jungle and things like that and communicate. I wouldn't ever really count on your jungler to kind of help you with that. Even in Plat, my jungler usually doesn't help me ward unless I specifically ask him to. And I don't usually need him to unless they're consistently catching me out or something like that. But as far as roaming goes, pretty much if your AD carry isn't in lane and you don't need to go back, it's a good time to roam. That's actually a really good time to ward too. A good time to deep ward is if your mid is pushed and you're coming back to lane, you can go up through mid lane, drop a ward by where the wolves entrance is, and then come around, drop one by blue, and then come back around to bot. And because you have boots before your AD carry does, you'll generally arrive in lane at the same time, so that works usually. But a lot of it depends. I try to work my warding and roaming around when my AD carry is going back, especially if I'm not going back.
How often will you leave the lane if the lane is pushed against you and the enemy team leaves? Because that would be another opportunity where you have the opportunity. That's another scenario where you have the opportunity to leave, but you also would miss out on some experience.
Yeah.
That's usually when I die, because I'll be like, oh, they're not in lane, let me go, and then they'll be doing Gromp or something like that. So to be honest with you, I only deep ward if I have lane advantage and we're pushed, or if I know for a fact that they've backed. And I never try to miss XP for it. If I'm going to miss XP, I usually try to make sure I get the cannon and the melee minions, and then I'll go while the caster minions are dying, and I'll be back in time for the melees, because that's really, really important too. So it's a good thing that Punch brought that up. But
to speak to that, you can miss on experience to go and ward, depending on how the game's going. Let's say the enemy jungler is like a Shaco or Lee Sin or somebody that's trying to invade a lot, or spending a lot of time in your jungle. You can miss some of that experience to help your jungler out, assuming he's using those wards. But also pay attention to what your spikes are and where the enemy is based on their levels, because if you're somebody like Soraka, for example, you're going to want to try to get that 6 as quickly as possible, because that 6 is going to allow you to have global presence to maybe turn a gank around in a lane that you're not in. So you want to try to get that as often as you can. But a lot of times what a lot of people are doing is taking the utility mastery that is giving you extra experience when you are near somebody of a higher level, because they're roaming so frequently out of the lane. And again, that goes to the higher level tactic about having your AD carry understand how to freeze a lane or play safe. Because if you come back and he's 5 and you're 4, you are automatically gaining more experience because he's higher than you are, and you are catching up more quickly, and you are also, exerting more of your presence on the map by warding. So keep that in mind, that watching levels when you're warding is probably, or moving, like Day said, is one of the biggest things that you have to pay attention to. And if you have to help it, you have to get the cannon and at least the melee minions experience.
In reality, as a support, unless you're CSing, you're not going to get a sight zone before 6 anyway. So the chances that you're going to be off deep warding is very slim. Unless you got like a really, really early double kill and you got the kills for it, it's really hard to get something before that 6-minute mark. And then the other thing about what Punch said, if the minions are pushed into you, you don't need as much ward coverage because it's much more difficult for their jungler to gank you when you're pushed back to your tower. So you just want a ward safe enough. You want to get a ward in lane in case they try to lane gank you. You want to get a ward near the river-ish. But you don't have to worry as much about deep warding. And at that point, it's a lot more important to get the levels, like Adam said. But once you hit 6, it's a lot easier to roam because I almost never fall behind on levels from my enemy support, which is where you should be pretty much gauging whether or not you're doing well experience-wise, not necessarily AD carry. And I almost never fall behind even though I'm roaming and warding. So as long as you're past 6, it doesn't matter as much. You don't want to like wait and be like, oh, there's one caster minion, I have to stay. But you do want to be aware of like what's going on. And if there's a big wave, you don't want to leave.
And Leona can get some extra gold with the auto Q auto. Do you do that trick, Carl? If you catch a ward, you see it being warded right at you, you auto it, you hit your Q, and then you spam your right click or your attack again.
Yeah.
So.
I've heard a lot of Leonas now also starting with coin and some. I guess this is probably Leonas that have a little bit more experience. I'm not saying you don't, just in general. That will rush coin and try to exert their pressure all over the map as quickly as they possibly can with the reduced cooldown reduction and summoner spells and items. But it's not something that I would advocate unless you. That's kind of like a specific scenario, that you can get your laners fed because of the matchups, but there are some that may just leave their AD carry to roam around.
Something you'd probably be able to do against a farm lane bot with gankable lanes elsewhere, meaning the enemy solo laners don't have a lot of escapes.
Right.
And in my opinion, you do that if you have a lot of experience roaming because the coin gives you that mana, but it doesn't give you anything else in terms of sustain. And as a Leona, you need that sustain in lane if you're against any sort of poke at all. So you have to be aware that like you're really going to make something happen with that coin. Otherwise, you're going to actually lose stats in lane and lose some of your presence because you're not getting that health back from using your Targons.
Out of curiosity, Pone, have you seen that in games that you've been playing?
I don't see Leona ever.
Neither do I.
Yeah, I don't either.
I only see Thresh, Alistar, Braum, Soraka.
I've seen so much Braum recently. It's
a lot of Braum.
Ridiculous.
Braum, Thresh, and then every once in a while there's a Soraka. That's pretty much all I see when it comes out of enemy supports.
Leona's better in lower levels than she is in higher levels as a whole.
Carl, what runes and mashes are you running? What are you going for?
I believe it's a 17, 14, 17, somewhere around there. I go a little bit in defense, but then mostly in utility.
Right.
I run 80 marks, and then mostly armor and scaling MR.
Okay. I was fiddling because I messed around with different builds. When they nerfed the health regen on the melee supports, Leona, for example, they nerfed the health regen big time or sustain. I went with the regen and health. So I get something like 100 and something health, and then a whole bunch of health regen to make up for it. So I adjusted it in my runes and masteries, and I never have a problem in a versus poke lane. Whereas if I didn't use that particular rune book, I would have issues. So it's something to try if it works for you. It's been working for me on Leona. So
now the question for you with this Leona build is, what do you feel that putting 14 points in defense gives you that 21 points in utility doesn't? I'm actually curious about your reasoning behind this.
It's mostly just for poke lanes and a little bit more sustain, a little bit more health, a a little bit more armor just keeps me in lane longer.
See, because if I'm looking at this correctly, 9 points gives you Juggernaut. Another 3 points, which puts you at 12, gives you Hardiness. And then if you're doing 14, you're either taking Reinforced Armor or Tenacious, which really, 6-1 if you really want to take it. Because I think if you want to bump up your Leona play, it might be better if you try to work on a 921 build, because you're missing out on intelligence, which is cooldown reduction of activatable items and cooldown reduction in general, as well as extra movement speed out of combat. Inspiration also could be something else you could pick up if you feel like you're roaming. But if you want to pick up that next level roaming, I think you're going to have to go all the way down in utility and pick up those extra few points to make it worth your time. You'll also see that extra cooldown reduction on Runic. Is it Runic Blessing? Is that the one I'm looking for? Targon's Embrace, the upgrade. I can never remember the name of it. Face the Mountain.
Bulwark.
Face the Mountain, right?
Yeah, the final one. Runic.
Yeah. I think you also find that having that to either shield yourself or shield your AD carry, however you decide to play, maybe you may find more success in that than you would if you had that extra armor, because people aren't really attacking you, and that extra 3 armor only helps you in the early game, while movement speed and cooldown reduction works throughout the entire game. So something to think about.
14-16 used to be a thing for a while. A lot people were either running 0-17-14 or 0-14-16. I don't play a ton of tanks. I play Brawn, but that's about it. But it looks like everyone's pretty much gone back to 0-9-21 in terms of like pro builds and things like that. X Special ran 14-16, but he was against a Vel'Koz, so that it might have been just like such a poke heavy lane that he took a little bit extra defense. But it looks like everyone's gone back to the 0-9-21.
Yeah, so I think this, coming from this podcast, Carl, if I can give you some homework to do, since I think it sounds like you need some, if the homework isn't change your masteries, the homework is pay attention to roaming and try roaming with that extra movement speed and cooldown action and see how that feels for you over the next week, and then go back and do it with 14-16.
It'll take some getting used to as well, so don't
Right.
like do 3 games and
Right.
get disheartened if things don't go right, because like it becomes a situation. I used to like to run way more aggressive builds on certain jungle champs, and then I moved to a 921 page on a couple of them, and it was really weird at first, and then things were like, wow, this is way easier if you know what you're doing. So
Yeah,
I used to
that shouldn't be too hard.
21-09 on Sona, and I
what I've
changed
been
that.
doing since I don't play ranked anymore is every morning I'll go into a normal game and try to focus on one thing that I feel is a weakness that I have. So
Okay.
when I hit level 9, I need to have that upgraded sweeper trinket. Or, okay, I got deep wards out, but now I need to make sure I'm paying attention to them, because doing that first round's nice, but when I'm not paying attention and they run out, then whoop-de-doo, or,
Right.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the one that I've been working on is remembering to swap out into sweeper if I have the gold to handle it earlier before I get my sightstone. That's something personally that I've been trying, because a lot of times I'll forget and I'll pick up my sightstone and start walking back to lane and be like, fuck, I gotta turn back around and go pick up my sweeper.
I've done that too. It's a waste. Makes sense that you like Leona, though. I'm sure you love your son. She loves her son. Makes sense.
God damn it, Dakota. I'm so done with you.
I figured we were winding down that discussion, so threw it in there.
All right. I guess before moving anything else, I don't want to cut anyone off. Carl, any other questions for us? I'd love to keep answering them.
The only other issue I ever really have is, especially in something like ranked, which the normals I've been trying to work on too, is I'm at the point that if I get put in anything but support, it's not going to be a good game for anybody. So I've been trying to, and normals, I guess, definitely humbles you when it could be anything from unranked to, in gold, who you could be playing.
right.
And I'm struggling CS and in mid lane, and I look them up, and they're like a bronze 3 mid laner, and I'm like, well, I guess that just shows where I'm at in my mid lane capabilities.
Well, if you're used to playing support, how much Lulu have you played? Because that's a champion that you can just basically, hey, you've potentially played them as support, you can play them as support, And then if you're not the most confident in your ability to just straight up carry your lane, you have a character that is pretty domineering against a lot of other mid laners. And then as the game starts to roll out, you become basically a damaged version of the support that you would be normally. So it's a way to kind of transfer skills a little bit without feeling completely overwhelmed while you work on other things.
Yeah, the one issue I have, and I don't know what it is, I guess just play styles. I pretty much seem to only play tanky people. I play Leona, I play Braum, I play Tarek.
Have you tried top lane?
I was going to say, you know what? Trinity force Leona in the top lane.
Oh my god. All right, so ignore Adam. But actually, my second best role is playing top lane. So I would suggest like trying like Renekton. Renekton is so black and white. Like he's really easy to get a hold of. He makes CSing pretty easy. He has some variable builds, so if you get behind, you can go tanky and still be useful. Like,
and if you get really good on him, he still becomes a pretty domineering champion against most of his matchups.
And he's never terrible. Like he's never just so bad that he's not viable or not usable or whatever you want to use.
No, wait. Before we go, do you want to hear a really cool Renekton trick that I don't think a lot of Renektons know? Is that if you pick up Tiamat, you can W cancel with Tiamat. So you slice in, you auto W Tiamat, then auto again, and then you E out. Yep. So as soon as you hit W, you TM it and it cancels the animation, but it still gets
a half second.
Yep. So there you go. You just learned.
That's cool. I didn't know that. You get an extra attack.
There you go. Adam gets to spread his Renekton knowledge. Captive.
Somebody asked me earlier today to play Renekton, and I was like, I'm gonna hold him for later.
Special 300th episode. Adam dumps knowledge on people.
Wow! Oh my god, face. That one hurts.
If I end up getting stuck in top lane, I'll usually just play Malphite. Because I know I cannot die with him. And since I only get one game a day, I just don't want to take it for granted.
I think
Malphite's not bad. Like, if you're a good initiator, then Malphite's not bad. Like, I'm sure you have experience initiating with Leona, so that's not a bad choice either.
Yeah, I think Maokai's in the same vein where you're not going to die. He sustains forever. Very good at last hitting, and he's not the initiator Malphite is, but he can definitely soak up a lot of damage and create havoc in a team fight.
Run attack speed marks on him though, please, if you run one on the top lane.
I totally threw a punt out there, and the Claude didn't even pick it up.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
I did miss it.
You should say it again then.
I was thinking about you playing
Malphite because I play one game a day, and I don't want to take it for granted.
Oh, but I didn't catch it. That you have to. Here's a little pun tip.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh no!
You have to enunciate.
So this is what he signed up for.
No, that is good. That is good.
What's the pun tip? You have to enunciate your puns.
Yeah. So if he's like, well, I play Malphite in the top lane because I don't want to take it for granted.
The face.
Yeah. There you go. I want to take it.
Yeah,
for
you have to get a
granted.
webcam and stare at people until
you
got
to do the face.
But no, if you do the face, it also comes with the voice. You're like, granite.
And that's the counter.
All right. Well, we've given you some ideas. You have homework for the next week, Carl. I want you to actually. I would love it if you report back to us and let us know how any of it worked out. Whether some of our champion ideas worked out for you, or changing up anything worked out. Because I'd like to help track your progress. Plus, I think we have to look at your replay reviews anyway, so this will be even more helpful. Especially if you switch it up, and then we're like, well, damn, look at you and your Roman ability.
I'm going to go Leona top, Frozen Mallet.
And Trinity Force.
Please no.
So you're okay with the Frozen Mallet as long as it's accompanied by Trinity Force?
we were at All Mid, and the guy next to me, the booth next to us. Oh, Sean, by the way, that guy emailed us. I gotta talk to you about it later because it made me laugh.
Right. Okay.
It was the Forest guy, the really nice guy. The other guy was sitting there playing the games all day. They were playing 1v1. So what they did, they were doing some service where like you could sign up and bet, and then you 1v1 somebody, and then you win the money you bet, right? If you win, or you lose it if you lose. And he was playing Blitzcrank, and he won the 1v1 game with Iceborne Gauntlet and Frozen Mallet on Blitzcrank.
Sounds unbeatable.
And I said, "What? You built that?" He kind of looked. Dude, he looked so sheepish when I started like yelling because he didn't know.
Adam actually got like joking mad, and the guy kind of took it seriously.
Yeah. And I'm like, Punch, get over here. Now hold me back. I made Punch hold me back.
How can you ever escape? You got double the slow.
I don't think it stacks.
It doesn't.
Right. They removed that. But yeah, it was fun. The dude actually got like, he was like, oh God, what is this? What? Well, you know,
But he won.
Hey, he won. Whatever. Shoot! Did I close that? I had league trivia up.
Oh, too bad.
Yep, we missed out.
No, I'm gonna find this again. So,
Control Shift T.
what? Yeah, no, yeah, Chrome history. That's what we got to go to, right? Everyone's gonna be typing. So, but what was gonna be next was I gave Carl his homework. We're gonna talk. There's like 15 minutes left in the show. And what I wanted to do for episode 300 was have fun and do some like League of Legends trivia for everybody. But no one is allowed to Google it.
Is this like lore? Is this lore trivia?
It's everything.
I will shit on some lore trivia.
Everything?
Let's go, people.
No, I can't do lore.
Okay, so we are going to do. Oh, it's like lore and
History.
everything. Well, no. All right. So who's ready? Are y'all ready?
No.
Yeah,
Sure.
we're ready. Let's go.
Everyone has to answer, and then I will tell you what the answer is. Okay, so we're doing league trivia. Here we go. What's the continent where League of Legends resides called?
Valorant. See ya. 100%. I'm gonna get every single one of these.
Anybody else?
I
Anybody?
was
Yeah,
going
I'm
to say
pretty sure
Runeterra. But
No, it's
I'll go
Valorant.
with Chira. Chira's answer.
It's Valorant. You got that right. Boom.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just
All
gonna
right, we
answer
did it,
last
Chira.
to make this a fucking. Let's do it. Yeah, I love all the people in chat
you're
too
saying-
that are joining in with us.
Yeah, what is
you're saying
Runeterra?
all the League of Legends
Runeterra
champions
is
are in
the
continent?
Unless you're from the Shadow Isles or Ionia.
Yes.
This is, you know what? We
But you're all
finally
in
got
Valorant
what
right
I.
now.
Is
what
this
I
what's
master
is this
at
what's gonna
on the
happen?
show.
Is I'm going to Well, okay, this one's easy, right?
He's from Valorant, right?
Well, okay, who is the Dark Child?
Annie.
Annie?
Well, everybody knows that. God.
Child. You said child.
Well, no, that's what her name is, the Dark Child. All right, who bears the title The Thunder's Roar?
Oh, really?
Holy Bear?
There's
Yeah,
the
I was gonna
There
title.
you
Volvo
go,
there.
Carl. You're the
Man,
man.
these could be too easy, aren't they?
I like the
You
way
need
put
to
that,
really
though.
step this up or vet these questions because I'm not.
All right,
entertained
list
yet.
every champion in the game that has a blind.
Oh no, I can't do that.
Teemo, Quinn,
Quinn, Teemo.
Lee Sin
Standby.
is blind.
Nocturne's
Teemo.
ultimate.
I don't think that one counts.
Why not?
Yeah, no,
Braun
it
kinda
counts.
hides
One
behind
No,
a
'cause you
blind
can
when he
still
puts his shield up.
auto-attack people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't think
There's
it should
one
count.
more. Crap.
Graves.
No. Doesn't count.
You can't
I don't
see,
think
so
smoke
you
screen
can't
should
hit.
count as a.
Somebody
Yeah,
in
it just
chat
removes
says
That's
Lee
just like a
Sin.
Blind.
nocturne effect.
I like it.
Right. I mean, to me, blind is when you auto attack, it just automatically misses.
Shout out
Maybe
to
blind-
You
not
can
chat.
still
Easy.
do your auto attack, but it just doesn't hit them. That's what I consider blind.
All right, next question. Is it true that
Oh, wait,
Corky...
what was the answer to
Wait.
that one?
It was Teemo and it was Teemo
And Quinn.
and Quinn
Yeah.
and Teemo and Quinn.
Just
You're
those two?
fired. You're
was
so
Teemo.
bad at this.
You're the worst trivia master ever.
Okay.
Is it true that Corky used to have a blind in his skill set? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, for bonus points, when was it removed and what was the date?
Oh, that
date?
ain't happening.
In Valorant or real life?
Oh my god.
I think 2013.
No.
Before I started
No,
playing.
before that.
July 26, 2011, as of the release
Oh,
of
God.
Way
Wukong.
before I started playing.
That's when I started playing. That was pretty much the patch.
Playing this game for too long.
Was the Wukong patch before or after the Skarner patch?
Before, I believe.
I don't
Right.
remember. I think Wukong was. They released
look
Oriana
at that.
right after I started playing. I think. I don't remember. It's been
Okay,
a while.
here's another one. This character is the only character who has been officially killed by another champion.
Gangplank.
Actually, I guess there's two now, technically, because Misfortune killed Gangplank, but let's assume that wasn't part of this trivia question.
Wait, what?
I would say
Wait, why does my answer
Scion?
not count?
I mean, it does count. Okay, it
Garden?
counts. But no. This
that's
character is the only character to officially been killed by a champion.
Yeah, Urgot was
That's
killed by
weird,
Garen. There you go.
Urf the Manatee.
Punch was right.
Warwick killed Urf the Manatee.
Oh, it was
First of all, my
Get the hell outta
answer was
here.
way more accurate because
Who did
mine was
Swain
actually
kill?
League of Legends champion.
I said character. I did not say champion.
Oh, you're the
What?
worst.
So was Urgot not killed by?
I don't know. I don't have that in front of me. Listen, I didn't really
You were
take.
the worst.
Because why would he have the answer to a question he asked? I mean, that's ridiculous.
Scion was killed by J3.
Oh, actually, yeah, Scion was killed. You're right.
but Jarvan's
that was
dad,
before the current
he's
state of
Prince
the war.
Jarvan. It was the king. So
No, it was. I think it was Jarvan's grandpa that killed.
so J2.
Yeah, it was J2. Well, no, J2 got killed by Scion, who died while that fight was going on.
All right, next question. Who says the quote, "Bring down the hammer"?
Jace.
Jace.
Timo.
I've changed my answer to Timo.
All right, which one of these is not a Yordle? This could be so damn easy. I shouldn't even do it.
Yeah, don't do it. Just save, please.
Did you come
Timo,
up with
Ziggs,
these?
Rumble, or Fizz? No, I found a whole bunch on the internet. I just grabbed a whole bunch of them to make you guys kind of go nuts with them. All right, you know what?
Fizz.
You want a hard one? Give me the
Fizz.
2 items needed to be built in order to complete Manamune. Bonus points if you can name all 3 items. I guess technically 4, but
Was it tier and pickaxe?
correct. Now, give me the next other 2 items.
Turns into
It's the Amp Tome and
Nope.
the. Wait, for Manamune?
Yes.
Oh,
You're
wait.
thinking
Did
of
you see large rod in
Seraph.
tier?
Nope.
No,
No.
no, you're right because it's just the mana
Manamura.
crystal. Muramana.
Miramana.
Muramana and
Muramana.
No. There's 2 other items that are used in this formula. It's the step up
tier.
into the tier of
So
goddess.
Mana Crystal and
Yeah, it's the mana crystal.
that.
Oh, there you go,
bead
man. Crystal
thing.
and the
The beads.
Fairy charm.
Rejuvenation beads. Fairy,
And-
whatever.
Charm
Charm.
Fairy
God, we are terrible at this.
gold thing.
I just click on the pictures. I don't read the
The
names.
little 180 gold thing.
Not a caster.
I don't believe anybody in this chat
you
say
are.
I'll have the
Cast
ability
on
to
the
look
show.
this up.
Get out of here.
Adam was going to make us do a hand check before we start doing these two.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh.
Oh my god. Wow. All right.
These must be some awesome questions that you're reading.
Yeah, they're very high quality.
What are you talking about? These are the most high. You know, I could just keep asking you all night. Like
Next time, Cheers to do it because he probably
have to-
knows hard questions.
I'll have
He
to.
knows
All
all
right,
the
here's a
lore
tough one.
questions.
Here's a tough one. Who is Rengar's nemesis?
Well, that's Kha'Zix. Why are we
Kha'Zix?
even?
I thought you'd overthink it and say something else.
Can you name all the
You're right.
void monsters?
Kha'Zix, Cho'Gath, Kog'Maw,
Vel'Koz.
Vel'Koz. Man, I didn't even think about him.
Just
Malzahar
monsters?
count?
Do Malzahar's voidlings count as monsters?
No. I mean, kind of.
He's not
Well,
really a void.
Malzahar's like
Yeah.
half void, and so is Kassadin, if you want to count that. Between the two of them, they're a void monster.
But they're not monsters.
There's
They're
void
people
fizz.
that have been touched by the
peoples.
void.
All right, you guys got
They
them.
know no
I
places.
think you're fine because they're void monsters. They're monsters that were summoned
You
from the
think?
void. No, I know. I'm just you guys got them. All right,
Don't,
all right, good.
I was gonna say, don't avoid
The
the
2-minute
answers.
delay for between you answering and us getting it right, you know.
I was letting you guys talk
got-
because
I
I
have
was. It's
one
kind of letting you go
from
through it.
Old school Journal of Justice. What champion was Jax dating according to the lore?
Wait, Jax was dating somebody?
Yes.
Yes.
When
I-
was
Well,
this?
if you know it, wait till last. This was like 2.5 years ago, when the Journal of
I
Justice
miss the
stuff
old
was still coming
lore.
out. They were so
Oh,
good.
Journal of Justice. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
they were good.
Yep.
That's what they used.
I
to
don't
lead
know
up to
who-
the
what was
Sin
it?
Release.
Aurelia.
Is it
Come on.
documented somewhere online? Like, did
I
somebody
could probably
archive
find
all
it.
of
I
it?
actually looked up Jax and went to trivia, and there was nothing there under about dating. So
It's Evelyn.
he was dating
What?
Evelyn.
Yeah, they were together.
It wasn't TF.
There's no. Get out of here.
All right,
Well,
here's
he
a good
was
one for
dancing
you.
with
There was a
her.
little Katarina Garen kind of
Yeah,
faux
that was the
romance
thing.
thing going
Can
on.
you-
You know, all right. What champion was the Valorant like dating service, or was running it from the lore standpoint? You know, this has just turned into Shira Jaden reading all the Journal of Justice stuff and
Which
remembering
is
it.
fine. Yeah, right.
Because you didn't show your hands.
No, I have a few other good ones. Right. All right. Here's a good one. Ready? Can you
didn't
name
answer my question yet.
I don't know. I have no
I don't know
fucking clue.
Kira's answer.
Blitzcrank.
Dana only charges.
Wait, Blitzcrank?
It is.
Blitzcrank ran a dating service.
I
Why?
heard
Because
that.
he keeps. Oh, I wouldn't go to Blitzcrank for a dating service.
He apparently had a
Well, it's a
really
she,
high
right?
success rate.
Blitzcrank's a she. I thought.
All right. Well, I have another
What?
question.
No, I have a better one. I want.
Wait, Blitzcrank is a she?
Yeah. So the one yes, Blitzcrank's is a she.
So why does she have a mustache? No, that's
I don't
definitely not.
think
No,
it's
it's
a
definitely
she.
not. Yes, Blitzcrank.
Oh, this is about to get awkward.
It's Blitzcrank, male or female.
Girl.
It was a thread.
It's a male
I've
because
never heard
as a boxer,
him.
he has
No,
short
Zilius.
shirt.
Zilius even said on the forums, Blitzcrank is a girl.
Blitzcrank
Nah,
is female.
I disagree.
Then the-
Dude, it's right here.
He doesn't know anything.
Look, it's right here.
I feel like Days just had something broken.
I know,
No,
dude. She
we're
went
done.
nuts.
We're
brain
done.
is not
This is,
okay.
I will quit right now. Stop it. He's a guy. It is a male robot.
This is shocking.
Well, it's a robot, so I don't think
I'm
it
referring
matters
to
one
it
way
as
or
a
another.
he, so I don't
It?
care.
No,
F
it's a she.
all of you.
How dare you? The feminists are going to be all over you for that one. I'm going to get angry emails now.
Yeah, Zilius is all right. Thank you, Twitch chat, for providing the thread from July 10th, 2012.
I found that one to fuck right off. I posted it before they did.
Well,
Man hands. That's a good point.
I clicked on the
Okay.
one that guy linked, so I'm gonna say he got to it before.
All right, I want you to tell me what rioter created Riven or was designed by Riven.
crap. The same one who did Oriana. Zephyrus.
Zephyrus. Boom. Look at this guy. All right.
Man, I'm
Quotes.
on it.
I want you to name the champion that has this quote. Will bring them pain. The quote is, will bring them pain.
Morgana?
I don't know. Quote.
Wait,
Done. Morgana. Punch got it right first.
Good job, Punch. All right, that's one for Punch. Put one in the Punch column.
Wait, that was the
Nasty.
second one.
Oh, I
Not
just
the
gave
other
it out.
quote.
Oops,
Just
wrong
gave
one.
it. You're useless.
I got more. I got plenty of them, okay? I got another one. Ready? The quote is, don't you trust me?
Evelyn.
Ari.
Don't you trust?
Ari.
me?
Boom.
I got the quote.
Damn it!
Man.
I'm wrong. Fuck.
I can just
You're
quote.
right.
Next one. The balance of
Look at that.
power must be preserved.
Cassidy.
Okay.
Done.
Yeah.
Cassidy.
Beat me to it.
Balance of power must be preserved.
You know, I just found out the other day. Who was it? Oh, was it? Oh, it was Valm. Valm doesn't play with game sounds on, and we were making fun of him because he was talking about Malphite. We were doing all the Malphite quotes, and he didn't understand the reference, and so he looked like.
Yeah, I don't play with the game sounds on either. Well, I play with the effects and everything, but I don't have the
I love
voices
the
or
game
anything
sounds.
up.
The quotes are so good.
So good.
Yeah, the quotes are the best
All right,
part.
come on, Adam.
I
keep 'em
play
coming.
Sona. There are no quotes.
I'm having
All
fun
right,
with this.
next one. Still heart, steady aim.
Definitely not a marksman.
Still heart, steady aim.
Ash.
Ash.
Nope.
Damn
Yeah.
it.
Or
I've never heard Ash say
Nope.
that.
Nope. Not Varus. That was Quinn.
Quinn.
Oh, I've never played Quinn, so that makes a whole lot
Really?
of
that's why
sense.
nobody knew.
Oh, doesn't
Yeah.
she have an ability called Steady Aim?
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
Nobody
What?
knows. It's Gwen.
Man, I don't
Punch.
know.
Next
Punch has
one.
Never
You
played
ready?
Quinn either.
There is.
I have.
Here's the next quote. There is only death, mine or yours. The silence.
Oh man.
Here, I can give you another one from the same champion. Killing people is a bad habit, but I can't seem to quit.
Team
It's Evelyn.
Nope.
Is this Yasuo?
Damn it!
It's
I think everyone
Yasuo.
is
Is it really?
Evelyn.
Oh.
I'm just. God, I keep hearing everything in Evelyn's voice.
Come
I'm
on, that
terrible.
one was a breeze. Let's move on.
Oh!
I hate everybody.
All right, here we go. This one will be easy. But beware a man with nothing to lose.
A female champion.
I know the quote.
He says it in a raspy voice.
Beware.
I gave it to you.
It
He-
said,
Nope.
"Damn it."
I am forsaken.
God damn it! I can hear the voice. I just
I'm
don't know
so
who says
bad
it.
at this.
Varus got it in chat
It is
first.
Varus.
Oh.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh.
You're right.
Varus.
Right.
He's so emo.
Gamma Flurry in chat gets it before any of us can do it. You know what? Every time chat gets this and we don't get it within like the 2-minute lag interval, that's really depressing.
Wait. I go on. I find their elbows obscene.
Vel'Koz, done. Easy.
It's your favorite one.
Get out of here. Come back with something hard. All right, here's another one. I love it when a plan comes together. You like my Lex voice? Did we miss a pun?
When a plan comes together. What?
All right, I'm gonna keep doing these because these are
losing.
the best trivia. This is way better than what is built out of this. What? You cannot contain me, summoner.
Zareth.
Nope.
Female.
What?
Nope.
I quit. I'm so bad at these voices. Oh my god.
After a millennia, I am free. The same champion.
That was Zareth.
What? No.
Oh.
It's Brand.
Oh, fuck
Brand.
this.
Do we want more? Do you
I've
want-
never played Brand either.
I got one more for you. This will be the last one of the night. Are you ready? We will not pity the defenselessness or defenseless. We will not
It's
pity
Garen.
the defenseless. No, our instincts are razor sharp. Our rage is beyond your control.
Ooh dear.
Ooh dear.
I'm terrible. I
Come on,
can't
Shira.
even pick my own champion.
You were good, then you fell off.
No, I can't do voices. Apparently, they all just run together. I hear them in other characters' voices. Do you know how disappointed I
Hear
am?
Evelyn,
Evelyn's voice.
I'm so
You hear Kayla in
disappointed.
Evelyn's voice too.
I'm so disappointed in myself. I want to cry. Aw.
We need to
Move
do this.
forward.
We need to
All
have
right.
like
I
a.
got a really hard one for you guys, okay?
Just
If this
get
is a
up.
Malphite pun, I swear to God, to Claude.
No. It's a saying.
It's fucking Tebow.
You're never
I did
like
it. I got one
All
right.
All right.
Never
That.
underestimate the power of the Scouts Code.
I've been playing Tristana lately.
Poor Timo.
I've been playing Tristana lately. I get it, Punch. I get why you spam that emote now.
It's so good.
I don't even know what
Noise everybody
da,
around
da,
you.
da, 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 da. I don't even know how she says. I just know she goes da 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 like that, and she sings a song.
Vandal Gunners, something.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I'm actually taught my 4-year-old like all of Vygar's and Heimerdinger's quotes, so we can like say it to my wife, and it drives her crazy.
That's hilarious.
That is awesome.
Just wait till get her to do the Annie one too. You want to play too?
It'll be fun.
Yeah, just fucking go for it.
I will devour your soul.
That was good.
We should
Vandal
have just had
Gunner
20
never-
No,
minutes
that's
of
not
you
it.
guys doing league voices.
Wait, which one is it? I gotta find this. It's not movement. It's a joke, right? Excuse me.
What? What are you
The
looking for?
Vygar one?
What?
No, the Tristana.
Oh, it's the dance. She sings
Dance.
during her
Let him
dance.
come by land, by sea or air. Send him running home with the Bandle Gunners blare. 1 stump high and 10 stumps tall. Bandle Gunners show 'em all. Bandle Gunners, what'd you see? Surge a smoke in victory. And then Tristana hums.
Nice. I love those lyrics.
So catchy.
1 stump high, 10 stumps tall.
All right, guys, that's episode number 300 of the Trinity Force podcast. Carl, thank you for coming on and dealing with us for an hour.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
We're sorry to put you through the last 15 minutes of us making terrible voices and not being able to guess any of them.
I don't know.
I'm so
Kira's
disappointed.
thing is 2 things from the lore. I realize now why they stopped doing that.
Because of
Like
us?
fake dating service and
Oh.
Jack's
Yeah.
dating.
All right,
earlier.
I will say,
I see why they canceled it. Really
apparently, because I know everything about champion relationships, who is Rammus involved with?
Right now?
Got that red rocket
I
in the
don't
crumbs.
want to know.
Well, really,
It's a giant cactus.
Ramus can't say no. So
Giant cactus.
It's
somebody,
a giant cactus. I'm not even kidding.
So anyone that talks.
so anybody that comes up to him and is like, "Hey, do you want to be doing this?" Okay.
Wait. One more quote that you're not going to guess. They have many, but you have Braum. Who says that?
Is that Nasus?
It can't be Braum because he's talking in the third person. So who is it?
Yeah, it can't be Braum. You're
All
right.
right, it's Braum.
It's Braum.
It says Poro.
All right, that's
Yeah.
it. That's episode number 300 of the Trinity Force podcast. Guys, thank you so much for listening to us. Thank you for putting up with the last 300 episodes. Hopefully we have 300 more for you. We have some really, really big announcements coming. This is announcement. We have some awesome stuff, and you guys will be like super excited. But the biggest announcement we have coming is that, is it November 11th? Is that Extra Life? Is that the date, or is it November 1st? Someone give me the exact date.
I thought it was 9
The
and
end of the
I
rank.
thought it was 7th and 8th.
I'm checking. I'm looking for it now.
Extra
It
Life.
is the 7th and 8th.
November
I
7th.
win. I got a question right.
Woo! All right, get it back here. On November 7th, 2015, the Trinity Force podcast will be taking part in Extra Life to help the whole let's play games and heal kids. Let's take care of them. We're going to be doing some awesome stuff. I think Chira is potentially maybe thinking about donating his beard at a certain tier to have it shave off live on stream.
I think what we might do is we might try to do like if it ends on an even or odd or something. We're going to make some sort of contest. And if, depending on what happens, I'll either shave or save my beard.
All right.
Shave or save.
Someone said they would pay money to hear you cast a game at
I know.
And we can make it happen. We can do like community games during that day, and we'll like stream them. Like I'm going to be available, try to be available for most of that.
For all of you who
I've
missed
already
out
committed to being
on,
there for at least part of it.
when we raised money for Doom's Run, I talk like a pirate for like 3 games in a row. It was really shitty and my voice started to die.
Did you use your R ability?
Multiple times.
Did they make you play Gangplank?
No, sadly. That would have been so much better, but like I just had to fucking keep yelling my name's John Cena as a fucking pirate for goddamn
Every time a
2.5
teammate
hours.
died, you had to yell that.
That was
How
great.
much did you charge to pierce their ears? A buccaneer?
Hey! All right, guys, join us on November 7th. We will be streaming all day. I know Doom is heading that up. If you have any awesome ideas, email us because we want to take care of them. If you're part of a community, like a gaming community as well, I know some of you listen and you kind of want to do, and you might want to do some like 5v5s, like our bronze, silver, gold type of thing we did with the Trick 2 G Camp. We're willing to listen to you and vet that idea a little bit because I think that'd be fun for a couple hours in the day, kind of putting community versus community just for fun. Again, it's just for fun, just to raise money. There's no hard feelings if anybody wins or loses.
It's for fun, so have fun.
Right.
So long as you win.
Feedback at trinityforcepodcast.com. Guys, Carl, thank you for coming on the show. I'm going to give you a moment to say.
Carl, good
Awesome.
meeting you.
Hi.
See you, girl. Or
Guys.
Actually, you're staying around, aren't you?
He's staying around. He's
We're
playing
playing
games with us.
games.
I'm probably going to
How
stream
dare
them
you join
after,
us?
too.
I was saying
why
bye
the
to everyone
listener?
else.
Goodbye,
What's the
Days.
pirate's favorite
No, to the
letter?
listeners.
Wait,
not-
no, he's got a question. Come on.
Wait.
What's the
what?
pirate's favorite letter?
Claude's thinking.
I don't know this.
S?
Before S.
I think it's
After
S because they
Q.
named the ships SS.
I really don't know.
You know what? It's not going to be R. What is it?
I don't think pirates name their boats
It's
like
the
that.
sea.
Actually, fun.
C.
Oh my god.
Thank you. That was good. We were redirected.
All right, guys, we're out of here. See you guys next week.